Hey everybody, what's up? Leonardo 2003 here, and today we're back to review the latest episode of Rise of the TMNT. And this episode was just what we all expected it to be. A really fun one that had little to nothing to do with the actual plot of the show. It was a straight up Mikey episode, which was really cool since he's so lovable in this incarnation. But more importantly, we got the proper return of Todd, who was much less annoying in this episode, and also totally lovable. But something still tells me that he may be hiding some evil deep inside him. But enough chatter, let's break down episode 15B of Rise of the TMNT, Nothing But Truffle. We start off in Todd's territory, the woodsy part of New York. He and Mikey are hanging out, spying on Meat Sweats while he's cooking up some lunch. He's cooking truffle pork chops, and Meat Sweats has a secret ingredient to make his dish taste the best, the Shadow Moon Truffle. It's a mystic ingredient that only grows when Jupiter eclipses Earth's moon. Has that ever even actually happened? I doubt it. I'm pretty sure that's impossible. Mikey is still kind of a Rupert Swaggart fanboy, so he has a soft spot for Meat Sweats. He has to eat some of what Meat Sweats is cooking, but Todd blows their cover. Meat Sweats chases them around for a minute until he has a clear shot right at Mikey with his tendril. Just a refresher, when Meat Sweats latches onto another mutant with his tendril, he sucks their powers out and can use them himself. But Todd jumps out to take the blow instead of Mikey, which was a pretty cool moment. Todd is seriously one of my favorite characters in Rise, so that made it kind of suck to see him get all of his energy drained from him. He looks like roadkill for a little bit. The power that Meat Sweats got from Todd was the power of friendship. This was like a dream come true for Mikey, being best friends with one of his chef idols. It kind of reminds you of the season 1 episode of the 2012 series when Mikey's idol was that villain that looked a lot like Chuck Norris, that mutated into Dog Pound. Oh yeah, Chris Bradford. Meat Sweats and Mikey do a bunch of fun stuff together, which leads them into the night. The Shadow Moon is happening, so they're on the hunt for the mystic truffles. At this point, you can tell that the friendship powers are starting to wear off of Meat Sweats, and he's more just taking advantage of Mikey's assistance in getting more of the mystic truffles. He sets Mikey up, leading him to awakening this giant mutant tree that harvests these mystic truffles. This random tree is named the Whir Tree, and yeah, it's pretty random. We did get confirmation here that when Meat Sweats takes other mutants' abilities, they wear off after a few hours. But just in the nick of time, Todd comes in to save the day. He grabs the mystic truffle and then uses some passive foo on Meat Sweats. They end up sending Meat Sweats by his tendril in the mystic tree, causing Meat Sweats to turn into this giant tree form. Now Mikey and Todd are in trouble. This Cyclops tree Meat Sweats is huge and can do some serious damage. Mikey thinks to himself, what would Raphael do? He and Todd come up with a plan to use a silver BFF mallet from earlier in the episode. They threw it right in the hollow spot of the giant Meat Sweats, causing him to go right back to his normal form. We then cut to Mikey and Todd celebrating their victory in Todd's giant puppy park. Mikey cooked up some pork chops using the mystic truffle, and then Todd got really weird over it. He wouldn't share any of it with Mikey, and this evil music started playing. And that's how we ended this episode. Again, just to reiterate, this was just a fun episode, and I really liked it. Todd definitely made this episode what it was. He added most of the heart into it, with some being added by the innocence of Mikey. This episode really didn't do anything for Meat Sweats at all. He got defeated by Todd and Mikey. He actually mainly got defeated by Todd. And Todd defeated him while he was a giant tree monster. I guess this episode pretty much put Meat Sweats in the joke villain category. He gets defeated every time by the turtles, and this time even Todd took him down. So is this episode on my top 10 list for season 1? I think you guys already know the answer to that. Yeah, although I enjoyed this episode a lot, like I do most of the episodes, I definitely can't rank it higher than these episodes. This one was just one of those episodes where you can turn your brain off for 10 minutes and enjoy the comedy. Definitely let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comments down below. And mark my words, something evil is going on with Todd. I don't know if we're going to see it in Season 1 or Season 2, but he's going to show his evil side eventually. Now, let's talk about the awesome episode coming next weekend. Actually, it's coming in 2 weeks, 13 days from recording my voice right now. I'm not sure if we're going to get an episode next week or not. They're saying that this is episode 17A, so they pretty much skipped episode 16 for airing, but they do skip around episodes and jump around a lot when they do the original airing, so I don't know if we're going to get a big episode 16 next week. I don't know if we're just skipping 16 for now. I got no idea, but this is episode 17A, Portal Jacked. Leo must venture to the mystic hidden city to save his brothers. I don't know about you guys, but this kind of sounds like a 30-minute special episode to me. But it is 17A, so it's going to be an 11-minute episode. They're going to have to cram a lot into 11 minutes, because this is going to actually be a serious episode. The turtles are going to somehow have to get trapped in the Mystic City, and Leo's going to have to rescue them, and there's a lot of different things that can come up in this situation. There's so many different mutant villains, or yokai villains, that we can possibly see. Will we see Big Mama? Will we see Baron Draxum make his debut on an 11-minute episode? We're just going to have to wait and see, guys, but this definitely looks like an episode to get hyped up for. For one, it's a Leonardo episode. I don't think he's really gotten an episode yet. I guess Shell in the Cell was kind of a Leo-centered episode, but he hasn't had a true episode yet. You know what? Minotaur Maze was also kind of a Leo episode, but this one's going to be a true Leo episode, and it seems like he's going to show some leadership qualities here. But for 2, we're going to the Mystic City, which is something that we just can't get enough of, and we want to learn a lot more about. So this is definitely an episode to get hyped up for. But anyways, let me know in the comments what you thought about Nothing But Truffle, and until next time, guys, I'm done with this video. Peace out.